Hello there, this is Dr. John Troggy, and I'm going to be your instructor for ATS 113 in the summer 2016 section of the course. I am just recording you a quick little welcome to the course here, and also kind of telling you a little bit about how the course works and so on, just so that we're all on the same page as how all this works. As you might know, I'm actually one of only a handful of Creighton professors who don't actually work on site at Creighton University. I used to, but a few years ago, I got an opportunity to convert my job to a completely online teaching position so that my family and I could move to our new home here in southern Indiana. My wife is originally from around here, and she's a dentist and wanted to be able to practice closer to her parents and so on. So we bought a dental practice in her hometown. And we live here now with my two sons. Xavier is 6. He's going to be a first grader this year, which is amazing. And Gabriel is 3, and he is just a little hellion. And you can actually see a picture of them if you go over to the faculty biography section in Blue Line. Anyway, you'll probably actually see them more than once over the course of this semester. Anyway, so the course is a completely online course here. But as online courses are at Creighton, you have to stay on a schedule. There's a very elaborate schedule, as a matter of fact, as to how exactly we do everything. And in order to understand what is going on with that schedule, you have to stick to a calendar that we produce for you. And so you can find that calendar in Blue Line at the top of this course. I've also attached it to some email messages for you and so on. And I'm going to be sending you messages and so on so that you don't get off of the schedule, because the schedule is really important in an online course. The courses, most online courses at Creighton are designed to have 8 so-called modules. When you hear this word module, think unit or something like that. And well, in the regular semester, there are 16 weeks, and so there are 8 modules, so there's one module every 2 weeks. An accelerated course has 8 weeks, so you do one module a week. As it happens, the summer courses only have 5 weeks, or 35 days actually, and that means that each of these modules has to last about 4 to 5 days. So things move really fast in the summer. We have to stay on the schedule really well. So make sure you get yourself a copy of that calendar. Like I said, it's attached to email messages I've sent you or will be sending you again. You can get it from Blue Line. Send me an email. I'll be glad to send it to you again, whatever it takes. And then print it and tape it to your refrigerator or put all the dates in your calendar or whatever works for you. Make sure, though, you actually stick to the schedule. The first 2 modules of the course, my experiences from other semester times I've taught the course, that's a little bit more difficult. So I'm giving you 5 days for each of those instead of 4. But in order then to make the rest of the course work out, we actually would be 1 day over. So the 3rd module only has 3 days, which spooks me a little bit. We might have to slide things around a little bit there when we hit the 3rd module, but we'll decide on that as we come along. Get yourself a copy of that calendar. Students often ask about how the grades work in this class. Of course. The way the course works is you are earning a total of 1,000 points over the course of the semester from things like a combination of quizzes that you take at the end of each module, a homework set that you do in each module, and a discussion that you participate in each module. And we'll talk about each of those as we need to. But the total possible number of points is 1,000. So at any given time in the course, you can just add up how many points you have, and you know how you're doing. Every module is worth 125 points. 8 times 125 is 1,000. So if we're halfway through the course, we've made it through 4 modules, then you should have 500 points. And if you have, 400 points instead, just do the math. 400 divided by 500 is 80% or whatever. Okay, so you should be able to figure that out. What you should not do, and this is actually good advice anywhere at Creighton, you should not trust the grade that Blue Line computes for you and presents to you when you check your grades. You can trust the individual grades, what you got on assignment 1 and assignment 2 and so on. But Blue Line comes up with what your percentage is. You shouldn't trust it. Blue Line has lots of bugs in how that all works. Think of that as more like an estimate of your grade so far than the actual grade so far. At any point you need some help figuring out what your grade is or whatever, I'll be glad to help. Just let me know. I think you have a pretty good understanding of what quizzes are. I think you have a pretty good understanding of what homework are. The homework assignments are pretty straightforward. You answer some questions, type up your answers in something like Word or whatever, and then upload it in Blue Line. We'll show you some examples of that as we get closer, but you submit either the Word document or a PDF or something like that to me for grading. And I'll get you guys, as soon as the homework set is due, I'll post a key for the assignment so that you can use that to help you study for the quiz for that module. The one that is always a little bit stressful for students is discussions. Each of the modules has to have a discussion, is how the policies of Creighton work with regard to how online courses work. And so we'll have these discussions. And what they are is they're moderated on Blue Line, and I present a topic and you make your original contribution to the discussion. You answer the questions that are presented and so on. And then once you have submitted yours, like the next day or whatever, once everybody has submitted, you go back through them and you write responses to some of the what other people have posted. And again, I'll provide you with some guidance and so on like this. What I will tell you about this, though, is by and large, the grades on the discussion go pretty well. Okay, nobody's ever failed the course because they didn't do a good job on the discussions. Of course, if you don't submit, I can't give you anything on the for the grade. But I mean, by and large, everybody does fine on the discussions as long as they participate and they're following the rules and they're answering the questions and so on. They're not a game changer for anybody. If anything, they help everybody's grade. All right, so there's quizzes. They're just multiple choice, fairly standardized type tests from these materials. You have to move fairly fast on the quizzes. We'll talk more about the quizzes as we get closer to your first one, which is, I believe, this coming Friday of all horrifying things. And we'll get it all sorted out. In the meantime, I hope you're having a lovely summer. And as we get started with this, please let me know if you have any questions. One more thing, if you haven't already, make sure you write to me and tell me what is your preferred way to get messages from me in a timely manner. Remember, I'll always send things also to Creighton email. I have all your Creighton email addresses, but I also get it that that's not really anybody's favorite way to communicate. I'm perfectly willing to send texts each time that there's a message, like a reminder that homework 2 is due or something like that. I'm also, like, if people want Twitter, some semesters I have a Twitter account that you can follow, and then you can get the messages that way if that's what works for you. Just let me know, and I'll be glad to make it work. This is the first time I've ever taught this course as a summer course. It's going to be interesting, and really, I think we're going to learn a lot. All right. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'm looking forward to having a great summer with everyone.